The former Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield, aka the Werewolf, has gone from never talking about Marvel Studios or Spider-Man to acknowledging they exist, to praising everything they do, to saying he's not in the film, to saying we should wait to see what happens next, to now praising Spider-Man and Marvel Studios' Kevin Feige and everything they've done so far. It's almost like Kevin Feige brought him back as Spider-Man or something. So this comes at us from a recent interview with Extra, where Andrew Garfield was asked to talk a little bit about his time as Spider-Man, and of course how the character has been handled in the MCU iteration so far, the casting of Tom Holland, the Avengers, and of course, the big one, what comes next with Spider-Man No Way Home and beyond. And he says that as he looks at it from where he's at, he loves what the whole team has done with the character, everybody involved with it. He says that he loves the way Jon Watts directs it, he loves the way Tom Holland portrays Peter Parker, and that when it comes down to it, that with Amy Pascal and Kevin Feige having done this specific incarnation of the character, that he is a huge fan because they gave it soul and joy and they stay true to the character, which of course he's recently echoed is something that kind of got away from The Amazing Spider-Man and became a machine, where he even discussed Amy Pascal and how they just were not seeing eye to eye, which is one of the reasons he walked away. So, now he's gone on to praise her, and then he ends it by saying it doesn't matter, what's out there in regards to rumors or everything. He can't comment on everything, but he's very excited for people to see the third film and to see what happens with the film. So, yeah. Yeah. Look, getting Andrew Garfield back into the Hollywood machine, especially as Spider-Man, or even talking about Spider-Man, has been almost like pulling every single tooth out of his mouth anytime they asked him about it outside of the last year. Anything before that, it was like, I don't want to talk about it. It was terrible. Terrible experience. Sony, they screwed me. Now he's like, well, that Amy Pascal, gotta praise her and Kevin. Man, this film, I love what they did with Spider-Man. That third film, I don't know what's going on in it, but it sounds interesting. I heard rumors. I'm not going to comment on them, but I've heard as much as you have. It's awesome, right? Like, you could tell that he's kind of, I guess, put it behind him. It's one of those things. It's been long enough. He's even said it in other interviews. You got to move on. And at some point, you just got to kind of like bury the hatchet. It's like, look, we've all grown, hopefully. Amy Pascal clearly has. Like, she's not the same anymore. It seems like that's the Sony side of things has as well. So they're not as resentful and they're willing to work together if it's for the greater good and put some differences aside. Eventually, as a human being, that's probably where you should be at. If you're still holding a grudge against someone, even more than like 2 years, it's like, guys, just come on, fix this up or don't bother anymore, right? You could see that he has that feeling and sentiment now, which to me only indicates that they put it behind them for the greater good. Spider-Man.